good, Passion Propellers? As y'all can see, I'm vibing from the heart to this OG Drake album. You know what I'm saying? It's only befitting. Vibes, heart, you get it. Let's get straight to it. Propelling into passion. Why is it important to protect your heart? The heart is the connotation of the soul, an entire character of a person's being. The heart is the first part of us to live and the last part of us to die. It's the vessel for understanding, as well as intellectual tendencies. It's the central point, with the brain and sexual organs being the end point. In Volume 1, I spoke on protecting your eyes and ears. Main reason is that they are the main vessels that affect what your heart receives. That's why I chose to cover those first. The things that enter your heart directly affect your thinking patterns, which in turn affect your actions. The heart is affected by the sexual organs because the person or people you're intimate with can tie to the soul of your overall character, ultimately affecting the person that you see yourself as by entering the heart with every moment of passion. It's one of the reasons people become jaded after bad relationships and heartbreaks, because their heart has been affected. So they believe that being jaded is the best way to protect it from that ever happening again. Some people's hearts even change to the point that they retaliate and intentionally do others the way they were done, ultimately affecting their purpose of existence on this earth. It gets deep. But now, let's talk about how you protect the heart. Step 3, guard your heart. The very first step in guarding our hearts is first determining who we are and what we represent or stand for. Once we figure that out, we should write a list of things we have to do or things we should execute in order to become that person. I call it establishing a foundation of being. If I wanted to be a DJ for 80s and 90s R&B music for old school night, I have to find out what was hot back then in order to be effective for the vibe of the party that night that I DJ. Nothing worse than a whack DJ. Talk about a vibe kill. The same goes for establishing a baseline of purpose for the heart to pump into your veins. Once we've figured out the person that we want to become, we must only intentionally expose ourselves to the things and situations that will lead us up to being the best version of that. With expositions of likings at our fingertips these days, that in itself is easier than ever. We can choose to watch whatever YouTube videos or movies we want to, unlike the 70s or 80s where the only entertainment came from whatever the gatekeepers chose to put on regular TV or cable. The same goes for music. We're a screen tap away from our favorite artist or song and can play it all day if we like. Even dating has become on demand. You're a swipe away from the person of interest of your choosing, if that's the dating approach you choose. We protect our hearts by determining who we want to be, and once we've determined who we want to be, we take the necessary steps and make the necessary choices to become just that. Then, and only then, will our character start to radiate those qualities. The most interesting thing about the heart is that it won't allow you to hide who you are, no matter how hard you try. As the proverb says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. There's also a scripture in Matthew that says, wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment. And don't forget to propel in your passion. Volume 3 next. Protect your stomach.